What's good? What's good? It's Mose, and I'm coming to you guys with some more news. Alrighty, so um, I had a conversation with God this morning because I'm really interested in where is Egypt. We was never told where Egypt was, but they always reference in the Bible to Egypt. Egypt being bondage and also Egypt being a place. But we have been taught that Egypt is in Africa. But that's what we've been taught. What if I tell you that Egypt is not in Africa? What if I tell you we've been in Egypt all along? And they've been telling us what they wanted us to know or what they wanted us to hear. Now, I haven't questioned God about Israel yet, but I did question him about Egypt because I wanted to know, inquiring minds want to know where Egypt really is. Now, he said he would use a boat to take us, but they never specified where the boat was taking us. It seemed like we came from Africa to here, but what if I tell you we was already here? What if we were sent to the other areas of the earth, the four corners, so to speak? And why in the Bible it states four corners and not four areas? Because if the earth is round, then how is it a corner? It doesn't make sense. However, I asked God to reveal to me where Egypt was. So he started putting two and two together. He told me to go look up some information. So this brought me to the Book of Mormon. We don't talk about the Book of Mormon because the teachers of the Latter-day Saints, whatever it is, the Church of Christ, whatever that culture is, the Mormons that come to your door, they actually using the book. However, in the Bible, it states that Joseph was given Egypt. He was the king of Egypt, which was a land, right? So if Joseph was, which is the second youngest son of Israel, was given land, where was that land located? They don't talk about where the land was located. They saying as if Egypt is like that small part in Africa. I don't believe that's Egypt. I still can't grasp my mind. My mind is constantly winding and winding. Is this really Egypt? You know, a lot of the information I asked God to give me spiritually. And he also give it to me also in the Word of God, because he had me to go read the Book of Lamentations, which is in the Old Testament. The Book of Lamentations is about the mourning of Zion and Judah and basically Israel, what we're going through. Right now we're going through a mourning period. Now, he also brought me to the book of Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8, when it talks about the time, the seasons. Seasons, times. It's interesting. And especially what we're going in and what's going on right now. A lot of the information I normally find is normally in the Old Testament. Now, the New Testament does give us a lot of valid information. However, I go based on what God tells me to go. And the majority of the prophecies were in the Old Testament. The other prophecies when Jesus came in and he was born and all this, he was born to Mary and Joseph, and the process that he went through and how he was on the earth. But a lot of that information has been changed, because if you notice, it makes it look like the God that we serve, we're just this old sweet, good time, having fun type Jesus all through the New Testament. But it doesn't make sense. Why would you be angry in the Old Testament and all of a sudden you send your son and like nothing ain't happened? Well, he sent his son because his son wanted to know why we kept being disobedient. But not only that, he wanted to be the lamb. He wanted to be the sacrificial offering, instead of constantly finding animals to sacrifice, because he's the only one that has those. He has no blemish, no wrinkles, no spots. So, but I asked God, I was like, God, where is Egypt? Then he started telling me about the areas, the monuments. Well, y'all call them monuments. I call them obelisks. If you don't know what an obelisk is, it's the penis. That long sharpie thing that points up. It's on top of these churches and stuff. That's what Rome uses to let you know that they conquered. That's how you know when man has conquered something, because they use the penis as a trophy. So they put that in your area to let you know this was conquered, or this is Egypt. So Egypt is all over the place. If you go to the District of Columbia, which is not a part of the United States, that's what they keep saying. So it is really a replica of Egypt. If you ever get a chance, go look it up on Google. You will look at the top, and it looks like how Egypt was set up. Well, when they came over and conquered, mind you, it was already people here. When they seen the Spaniards coming over here, they knew. They already knew that the prophecies are being fulfilled. So that's why it's a challenge for me to understand what they're doing now. A lot of this stuff is man-made. What the enemy is trying to do, he's pushing everything along before the Most High come back, or Yahshua come back, Elohim, before he comes back. So, guys, continue to do your research. You probably want to know where I get this from. You can go to YouTube and look up the Book of Mormon. I don't know. I have not really just seen the Book of Mormon, but maybe it's a book that you might want to look into. And it's telling you about the lands that they don't talk about, which is here. It's a whole book on these lands. It's a whole book on the land of Egypt, or the land that was given to Joseph. But they don't talk about it. How is that everything just happened in one area? It doesn't make sense. They had to take this out so you want to put the pieces together. Now the pieces are coming together. What's the next step? Keep asking. He'll keep revealing. And guys, don't fall for the okie doke. This ain't nothing but martial law. Martial law coming into effect. So they have to provoke the people in order to. This is the thing. It's not us provoking anyone. It's the enemy provoking. So the people chunking bottles and stuff. Just mind you, the people that's on the front line that's doing all the chunking bottles and starting stuff, they're with the police. They're being paid by the police. It's just that we don't do our research to get understanding. But go ahead and do your research. Do what you need to do. Keep yourself educated. Stay informed. But hey, that's my 2 cents, and peace. I'm out.